Welcome back. We're going to be going over the problems for today. That's Wednesday, April 22nd, in case you can't make class today for whatever reason. Today we're working with mean and median is going to be our big theme for the day. Mean and median. That's what we're not working on today. Got a couple problems that we're going to tackle and should be done in no time. Alrighty, so let's take a look at question number 1. Michelle asked her classmates for the number of hours that they usually sleep when there is no school the next day. The responses are recorded below, and here we have a dot plot. Shows that there was one person who slept for 7 hours, 4 people that slept for 8 hours. That's represented by the 4 dots, 1, 2, 3, 4. One person slept for 9 hours, 2 people that slept for 10 hours, and 2 people that slept for 11 hours. So let's look at step A. Use the dot plot to determine the average number of hours of sleep that our classmates get on a weekend night. What does this value represent? So our average, to calculate that, we're going to take the sum of all the data and divide it by the number of data points there are. So the sum you're going to find that is we're going to have to add all these up. So we have 1 person that got 7. We had 4 people that slept 8 hours a night. 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. We had 1 person sleep for 9 hours. 2 people sleep for 10 hours. And 2 people sleep for 11 hours. We're going to divide that by the number of data points. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Divided by 10. We add all these up. I did this ahead of time. We add these up. We get 90 divided by 10, which means that our average is going to be 9. So that means on average, Michelle's classmates sleep for 9 hours a night when there's no school the next day. Let's take a look at the next one. Use the dot plot to determine the median number of hours of sleep that our classmates get in a weekend night. What does this value represent? So to find the median, we need to put our numbers in order, which we already have here, then cross one off each time until we get to the middle number. So we're going to do one less there. Boom, 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 boom. And we're left with 2 numbers left. We have 8 and 9. So to find the median, we're going to add together those 2 remaining numbers. Median is going to be 8 plus 9. We're going to divide that by 2. So our median is going to be 8.5. That means that the middle number is going to be 8.5. So that means that if we take all the data from the outside and on either end and work towards the middle, we're going to have 8.5 hours of sleep on either end. So let's look at C. Michelle asked 2 more people how many hours sleep they get on a weekend night, and they both said 6 hours. What is the mean of the data set after adding 2 more values to the data set? So I'm going to do this one over here because I ran out of room. That's going to be C right over here. To find that, we're going to take our previous average. We're going to add, we had 90, we're going to add 6 to it twice. Oops, sorry, plus 6. I'll do that again, sorry. Average was 90 plus 6 over, we had 10 and we added 2 more. So with 90, we add 6 plus 6, that's going to give us 102 divided by 12, which is going to give us approximately 8.5. So adding 2 values to the data set reduces the average. It's going to bring down the average that we found in part A by 0.5. Alrighty, let's take a look at question number 2. Lorenzo asked his classmates the question, how many hours do you spend reading in a week on average? This is the number of hours spent weekly reading. Hopefully we have more people over here, but that's not always the case. Anyway, he recorded the data from his survey in the graph below. So, how many students did he survey? These weren't in there originally. I just added them because it's a little bit hard to see. I know we're working on a computer. So, we had 3 people read for 0 hours. That's disappointing. 9 people read for 1 hour. 10 people read for 2 hours. 4 people read for 3 hours. 3 people read for 4 hours. 2 people read for 5 hours. 1 person read for 6 hours. 1 person read for 7 hours. And 1 person read for 8 hours. So, how many students totally surveyed? We just need to add all of these up. So, we're going to do part A. 3 plus 9 plus 10 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. We add all these up, and that's going to give us 34. It's going to give us 34 people. And what is the median of the data? To find the median of the data, once again, we're going to cross one off from each end. So we can do this kind of quickly. There's 3 there. We can get rid of those 3. So we have 2 here, can get rid of 2 here, 3 more, can get rid of 1, 2, 3. And then we had 4 here, there's 4 left there, and our only data left is 10, so the mean of this data is going to be 10. All right, let's take a look at question. Once again, before we move on to the next questions, I want you to pause, and I want you to answer these. I want you to pause, and I want you to answer these questions. to the best of your ability, and then check your answers after you've gone through each of these questions. Alrighty, now that you've unpaused the video, let's take a look at question number 3. What is the median of this data set? To find that, we're going to have to cross one off from each end until we get to the middle. So we have 2 here, get rid of 2 there. We have 4 here, we can get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 here, we can get rid of 1, 2, 3, get rid of those 3, and then we're left with only these. So it's going to be D. 1 1/2 is going to be the median of our data set. Alright, taking a look at question number 4. A store on Madison Avenue sells luxury fur coats. The inventory is as follows. What is the median price of the coats? What is the average price of the coats in the store? So first thing we should do is find the total number of coats. The total number of coats in the store is going to be 17. We add 8 plus 3 plus 6. That's going to give us 17. So to find the median, we can think about this in terms of we can make a dot plot here. So we could have 75, 80, and 85. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 here. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can cross off these first 6 and get rid of the first 6 in this tower here. Then we can go through and cross each of these off. And our middle one is going to be 80. So the median price of the coats is going to be $80. And looking for the average, we're going to have to find the sum of all these. So we have 8 at $75. We're going to add all these up. Plus 3 at $80. Plus 6 at $85. We're going to divide that by the total number of coats that there were, which was 17. If we multiply that out, I can save us some time here. It's going to be 1,350 divided by 17. When you divide that, it gives you 79.412. And that is going to be our average there. It's going to be 79.412. All right. Awesome. We're on to our last question. This one is my personal favorite one. Your family decided to go on a road trip from New York to San Francisco, California. The total distance is 2,906 miles. If you want to get to California in 8 days, on average, how many miles would you need to drive per day? So our average, remember, is the sum over the number of events that we have. So our sum is already given to us. We're looking for the average. It's going to be 2,906 divided by the number of days we want to complete that over. So that's going to be over 8. If we divide that, we're going to get 363.25 miles per day. That's going to be our daily average. We're going to go from New York to San Francisco in the course of 8 days. All right, awesome. Make sure you're doing the homework. The homework consists of 2 parts. Thank you very much for coming, everybody. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see everybody tomorrow.